Hey, what's up people, and welcome back to another Pokemon VGC video. And I don't think I've made one of my recap style videos. Sorry if my mic was so far away there at the beginning. I pushed it off to the side. Since I don't even think I made one about the last regional I was in, or I might have. The Indianapolis regional was the last one I played in. Of course, that was part of the 2024 circuit, and we are now in the 2025 circuit. The 2024 World Championship is happening next weekend. I'm super excited to watch it. I've got three friends that are in it. Two in VGC and one in TCG. So I'm really hoping that they do well, and I'm excited to get to watch them. This season just started. We're going to talk about the local. It's a league challenge now that I did. I've got my notebook here that I take to everything, because I can go more into what my team actually did, which is great, that I actually wrote good enough notes this time. But I was hoping to really try to push for a Worlds invite this year, which would have been the 500 championship points, but they unfortunately changed the way it works, so it's going to be a little harder. I don't think I'm going to win a regional this year, but I'm going to try. My goal this year is to get better and just do my best and see where it takes me, and not focus on the end of what I'm getting to, focus on what I'm doing every time I'm playing in one of these local events, to a regional, to anything. And the one I played in, this was in July. I'm filming this in August, but it was in the middle of July. It was the first one of the season. It was a really small one. I got second place, and I just had 2 wins, 1 loss. There weren't that many people there. But that was some points. I think it was 12 championship points to start off the season, and I had some really good play. I felt like I beat a friend of mine that I've never beat before, which felt really good. I felt like I was playing really well, and I learned a couple things about this team. And this is my team. I'll throw it up. This is the same one. I have a league challenge and cup tomorrow, so a big double header at my usual place that I go to. I'm really excited about that, and I'm taking a team that's similar. It's literally the exact same team, but I just made a few tweaks after seeing some changes that I thought needed to be made after practicing a lot over the past couple of weeks. But my goodness, Zamazenta is good. I really, really like Zamazenta. I'm looking this up on my screen here. Iron Defense. I was thinking about swapping that for Wide Guard. That might work better for me in a double restricted format, but Grass is really helpful. I mean, it still leaves him weak to fire, but into everything else, it stops a lot of the electricity that's going around from being super duper effective. Pelipper is there, of course, to stop fire, to stop Ogerpon, Hearthflame from beating the brakes off of Zamazenta. Let's see, it's got a pretty basic loadout, as you can see. I have changed its Ghost Terra type because I didn't end up using it that much. I also changed out the Rocky Helmet. I'll talk about those more because I still can't decide on 100% what I want to take to this event with tomorrow with Pelipper. So we're gonna see where that goes. But Rocky Helmet just didn't do much for me, and Ghost felt, I don't know, I didn't like it as much on him because I have other options to deal with. The fake out problems, Rillaboom and Incineroar are staples. They're just so good. The safety goggles keeps him awake. This team's very anti-sleep. This team deals very well with Amoonguss, which I haven't been seeing as much of, but at the time I was seeing a lot of Amoonguss. I thought I was going to have to work more into that because I thought Regulation H coming up was going to be double restricted, but since we're going back to the basics, if you've heard about that, if you haven't, it's no restricteds, no legendaries, no Swords of Ruin, or the Treasures of Ruin, none of those, so no Chimpao, no Chi-Yu, nothing like that. But Rillaboom and Incineroar are a great core. I really like them for this team because the fake out and then U-turn, fake out parting shot, they just switch in really well. Ghost on Incineroar has worked really well against other Zamazenta teams, or Koraidon with Collision Course likes to try and go into Incineroar, and I try not to terrestrialize Incineroar too much, but it worked out pretty well. But anyways, Chimpao is there to lower the defense, so Body Press does even more damage. Body Press goes crazy on Zamazenta, and Goldengo is an anti-Calyrex Shadow. which when I play right and don't make mistakes, it is almost impossible to get rid of Goldingo without messing up your Calyrex Shadow. I did not play against any Calyrex Shadows in this tournament I'm about to talk about, but the first round was against a Miraidon team. So I think they led with Urshifu and Whimsicott. Whimsicott went down almost every time, and it does often to the Heavy Slam because they want to get stuff set up, but I mean, I don't really care too much if Tailwind gets set up against this team, and Heavy Slam just gets rid of that. If it has Focus Sash, sometimes I try and double into it, but they're usually wearing Covert Cloak is what it seems like. So Urshifu, what is GG? I wrote GG next to it. It wasn't good. Grassy Glide. Yeah, Rillaboom works great to get rid of Urshifu. Water, that's what it was. So he went down to a Grassy Glide. They had Miraidon and Iron Hands, which I worked well to get rid of the electric terrain almost immediately with Rillaboom, and both of those went out to Body Press. I won the first round there. They switched up their leads in the second round, and it was Miraidon and Whimsicott as leads. Whimsicott the same. Heavy Slam takes care of that almost every time. And Miraidon, SP, Sucker Punch, there we go. So Chien-Pao coming in handy. When there's not any Armor Tail or anything to stop it, Sucker Punch it's such a threat on Chien-Pao. And Throat Chop works well. I thought about swapping that out for Sacred Sword, but that's still up for debate. But that was a 2-0 win on round 1. Round 2 is where I lost, and my friend Austin that was there pointed out to me that I could have won if I had... Oh, I wish I could remember. We'll see if my notes can tell me. I should have used Knockoff, I think is what it was, instead of... Oh, I remember. They taunted me. That's what it was. I got taunted and shut down by their Tornadus, and I knew that they were going to taunt me. I should have played around the taunt. But I did not. I let them taunt me, and that got rid of... I think I was going for an Iron Defense, and I got taunted and then wasted a turn. But anyways, there was a Kyogre team with a very interesting Overquill, Landorus, and Araquanid. So I won the first set, or the first round match. look at these notes. What does this mean? Their Kyogre, I would always try and knock off it because it almost immediately terrestrialized into Ghost type, and that worked poorly for me because Zamazenta couldn't do much to it because it's pretty heavy. So Heavy Slam didn't do much. So Knockoff was helpful to use to that. But I took those out. Oh my gosh, my notes are crazy. But Zamazenta carried that performance on the first one. And then I lost. So I won the first match round of that, whatever you want to call it. And then I lost on the next one. They beat me with Overquill left. So I almost won the second round, but Overquill, I think it was Sludge Bomb is what it was using, is what did me in the end, and that was rough. I need more. When I run out of this notebook, I like it because it's a Game Boy. I need more space because I need to write down a little more detailed things. And then I lost to Kyogre because it just in the last round I didn't play well. Like I said, I didn't play around a taunt. Got taunted, lost a turn pretty much, and then Kyogre went kind of crazy. I never even saw their fourth on that one. And then my third round, it was against a Lunala team. They led with Urshifu and Iron Jugulus, and I am a big Iron Jugulus fan. I have written down that both of those went down to a Grassy Glide, and I don't really remember how that got around. I mean, Urshifu obviously because it's water, but Iron Jugulus probably... I think Iron Jugulus stayed out there the whole time on the first round. And I just kind of had to wear it down because it can be pretty threatening, but I tried to keep it out there because it was the least of my concerns when Lunala with Meteor Beam comes out. But I was able to call... The Lunala had a Fairy Terra type, and it terrestrialized, and I was able to hit it with a Heavy Slam, and that took care of that. And then Pelipper showed up in this game and took down their Entei. They had an Entei on the team, and Weather Ball took care of that. And then the second game went about the same. Lunala, I got it down to just Lunala. It had to terrestrialize, and then Heavy Slam was able to deal with that. So if you like this, if you like hearing about the matches, I could probably do it in a better way than this, but that was just I kind of wanted to look through it and think about this before I have the double header coming up and look over this team one more time. Like I said, I've already made some changes, but tonight is my night to really look over these and lock into some more changes with the team. I really like this. I'm sticking with this core team. Maybe swap like 1 or 2 things out, but I have one more doubleheader at the end of August, so nothing really crazy. But I haven't even started looking at Regulation H teams because I'm not going to. The Baltimore Regional, which is the first Regulation H tournament, so I can hopefully pick up some pieces from that and decide what I want to make before I start getting into that season. And it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited for it. But really, what makes this team work for me is just the bulk of the majority of the Pokemon. I mean, Zamazenta, Incineroar, Rillaboom are so bulky. They work so well to switch things out. Switch in constantly, taking a hit that would have been super effective very well when they switch in. And you have to really think, though, and it's something I'm trying to get better at. Trying to predict. Of course, everybody wants to get better at that. Trying to predict what your opponents are doing. Pelipper, when it gets going, it really gets going. I don't think I would want to switch that out unless I put Wide Guard, because the Wide Guard is super necessary for especially Kyogre and the 2 different Calyrex teams. But Zamazenta is really good. You should definitely try it out before Regulation G is over with. I know a lot of people are trying out, but it's just such a fun one. I really like it. And I used the shiny one that you got from GameStop towards the end of Sword and Shield, so it feels kind of special because I like my event Pokemon a lot. But yeah, it's a really fun team. Goldingo goes crazy when he gets that nasty plot set up, make it rain with the metal coat. Fantastic. Fluttermane doesn't have much to say to this team anymore because Heavy Slam and Make It Rain, they know how to deal with Fluttermane. And Sucker Punch if it has to. But yeah, that's that for this. I had a really good time getting this season started, and I really want to improve, and I'm going to do my best to do a recap of every event. Just it's kind of for me just to document what I did, and also maybe if somebody's out there that's getting started, because I've played for a long time, but I took a really long break, missed out on Sword and Shield and a lot of the games in between X and Y and Scarlet and Violet, so there was a big old gap in there. But I love it's so much fun playing everything, and I was getting kind of down towards the end because I was really overthinking things towards the end of last season, going into tournaments with teams that I just put together the night before because I saw it. I thought, oh, that's fun, but working with the team obviously is what is needed the most, and I've worked so much with this team between Showdown and playing on the ladder on the cart, but it's really fun, so I'm hopeful for this team for the rest of Regulation G, and I'm really excited about Regulation H. But that's a second place and plus 12 for the very beginning of the season, so not bad at all. I'd like to just get more than I had, which was barely anything last year. But we're going to hopefully win some things this year, and that's what matters to me, is to have fun and go to each one of these things and, come away learning something about how I can be better every time. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, leave it a like. If you want to subscribe. I put out videos every week. We're finally back on schedule. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.